Hello, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Planescape Torment. So there's Emmerich, probably Emmerich. Let's talk to Old Copper Eyes first. Before you is a tall, silent figure. He could easily pass for a statue. Although the deep furrows in his face and brow make you wonder if the sculptor was a little too eager in defining the face with the chisel. He looks well over 50 years old, but exactly how much over 50 is hard to tell. As he slowly turns to look at you, you catch a dull sheen of copper in his eyes. Greetings. Old Copper Eyes stares at you. His eyes are difficult to make out past the black well of his eye sockets, but they look to have a coppery sheen about them. I have some questions. Says nothing. Alright. Fantastic conversation, my friend. Alright, Emmerich, what do you got for me? Looks like a tiefling. Kinda. You see a heavy-set man with dark skin and grim features. He is dressed in dustman robes and is regarding you with a stony gaze. Greetings. You have the look of one lost. The man's voice is like stone settling. Did the wind send you, or are you here with a purpose? Who are you? I am Emmerich, factotum and initiate of the Fourth Circle. Is this your bar? If you measure ownership in copper, this is not my establishment. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. He pauses as if trying to emphasize a point. The dustmen here are my students. They are under my protection. Okay, well, can I ask you some questions? He waits. Can you tell me about the Dustman faction? The Dustmen seek the true death. Some call it oblivion, but this is incorrect. To the Dustmen, the true death is freedom from our chains of this false life. We already got kind of an explanation of this, but let's see what he has to say about it. What do you mean false life? This life that many cling to with their emotions is a false existence. As long as one clings to it, they will continually be reborn into it. Oh. One must divest themselves of emotion to escape this cycle. I see. Can you tell me about how your faction is organized? The Dustmen are organized into 5 circles. The 5th circle is made of the lowest ranking of Dustmen, initiates. The 1st circle is comprised of the highest ranking Dustmen, the ruling body of our faction. I've come here in search of a journal. These eyes have seen no journal. Perhaps your search will take you elsewhere. I'm searching for a man named Thayrod. Have you seen him? I would know why you seek the collector Thayrod. He stole something from me. Emmerich remains silent, his gaze unnerving, and he doesn't seem to blink. Why do you want to know my business with Thayrod? The collector Thayrod has brought many corpses to the mortuary of late. One must ask where all these bodies come from. Perhaps I could find out where these bodies come from. How would you do such a thing? I would track down Thayrod and ask him. If you spoke with the collector Thayrod and returned with his answers, you would have done a great service for the Dustmen. Find where the dead he brings to us are from, and you will be rewarded. Very well. I'll speak to. I'll find Feyrod and speak to him and find out where these dead bodies he brings you are from. And Morik nods. Your path is our path. Return here when you have the Collector Feyrod's answers. Well, can you tell me where he is? It is not known to me where the Collector Feyrod is. He hides from the eyes of the Dustmen. I would seek other collectors and ask them your questions. Can you tell me about the dead contracts? Do you wish to sign the dead contracts? The dead contract? What is it exactly? In exchange for 50 copper commons, the dead contract gives the Dustman faction the rights to your corpse after death. Yeah, maybe another time. I'm glad this isn't considered stealing. Okay, we have a blue zombie worker here. This female corpse is dressed in a heavy burlap shirt covered with food and wine stains. Her lips have been stitched closed and her arms and legs are wrapped in several layers of bandages. The bandages seem to have been soaked in preservatives to keep the corpse fresh. As a result, the corpse's rotting odor has been replaced with an equally repulsive vinegar smell. As you turn away, you notice Mort staring at you. Eh? Eh? What is it? Did you see the way that cadaverous beauty was staring at me? Mort's teeth chatter, as if in anticipation. She was looking for some lucky cutter to thaw her coffin. Please don't start that again. Mort ignores you and becomes thoughtful. I don't really mind the attention, actually. It's just that I like to be seen as something more than just a skull, you know? I have feelings that go beyond the base animal instincts. I want courtship, not some fortnight fling around the mausoleum. Alright, I understand. Now let's get out of here, alright? Okay, so apparently there are factions. Now that I realize that, I think I do remember in some review them talking about factions. I don't think the Dustmen are necessarily bad guys, but I'm not prepared to join them. There's the Dustman Monument, there's the Mausoleum. And we did have a quest. Look into the matter of the Mausoleum's Walking Dead. Naroch, a dustman I met at the Gathering Dust Bar, told me of a mausoleum where the dead walk. He wanted me to look into the matter. He said the mausoleum entrance was north and west of the Dustman Memorial outside of the mortuary. He said I should go to the archway there, make a semicircle over my heart with the right index finger, then an entrance would open. If I could find the problem in the mausoleum and solve it, then I should return to Naroch and let him know. Okay, so I need to go to the archway, make a semicircle over my heart with my right index finger.
I'm gone.
This filthy-looking corpse is in sad shape. His shoulders are slumped, and one of its legs is broken, causing it to lean to one side. Stains cover it from head to toe, judging from the smell and texture. The stains run from rotten fruit to mud and bird droppings. To add to the indignity, graffiti has been carved into his body, and several notices have been nailed to its chest, back, and head. And I thought I was in bad shape. Don't all those nails hurt? The corpse makes no response. Let's examine the corpse. Despite the many stitches, the corpse's rotting skin is peeling in several places, revealing loose stretches of muscle and bone. You guess that this zombie is a frequently used frequently used as target practice. The fruit and mud stains aside, some of the tears in the skin still have rocks and bits of glass lodged in them. One wicked-looking cobblestone is still embedded in the side of its head. Let's pry out the cobblestone. You grab a hold of the cobblestone and pull it out of the corpse's head. Traces of brain matter and rotting flesh slowly drip from it. It looks like whatever was in its head turned to ooze long ago. Examine the other notices. A number of leaflets have been ruined by rain, but some of them are still legible. One tacked to his back is from something called Office of Vermin and Disease Control. The one on his forehead looks like a bill of fare for a restaurant. One on his chest looks like an official notice, and another appears to be some sort of want ad. Look at the post for Office of Vermin and Disease Control. To those hive citizens wishing gainful employ with the most honorable and generous. Okay. Nice spelling. The most honorable and generous civil government. Inquire forthwith at Office of Vermin and Disease Control to help stem the plague of brain rats. Oh, no. Don't underestimate brain rats. Good lord. Bounties paid. Copper given for each rat tail brought. Tails must be genuine from the rat only. No cat, dog, or fiend tail accepted. Office several streets south and west of Mortuary Gate in Lower Hive. Ask for official inspector in charge. The respected Phineas T. Lort. The 39th? Good lord. Somebody... You guys need to start changing some names. Good lord. Examine the corpse. Examine the graffiti and notices. A number of leaflets have been ruined by rain, blah, blah, blah. Ignore the notices and examine the graffiti. The graffiti runs from obscenities about the dustmen to slogans glorifying what appears to be local gangs. One piece of graffiti catches your eye. Someone has carved the name Feyrod on the corpse's left arm and slashed an X across it. Okay. Hello. You see a woman dressed in faded, patched-up clothing. She glances at you as you approach, but turns away quickly as if unwilling to make eye contact with you. Greetings. Miss? Blah, blah, blah. I think this is the same thing. Yeah, same thing as the other one. Harlot. Slow sigil day it is. Angry hive dweller. Bayan the Sender. Hello, Bayan. You see a heavy-set man with sharp features and pained expression. Despite his huge frame, however, he has an effeminate look about him. And unlike other residents you've seen, he looks to have bathed recently. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out in a high voice. Craddock? Good sir? What? Eh? His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. Oh, 1,000 apologies, good sir, if I have given offense. He gives a slight bow. I'm called Bayan the Sender, third child of Dai Bayan the Sender. I am one of many runners in the employ of the House of Senders. No apologies necessary, Bayan. What do you want? 1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter, but I seek Craddock, an overseer in the hive. Bayan looks like he's in pain. But alas, he eludes me. He looks at you hopefully again. Could it be you have heard of such a man? I'm sorry, I haven't. Bayan gives a deep sigh, I am bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet, fortune has chosen not to favor me. I could help you if I come across the man. I could pass along your message. Bayan faces Bayan face. Shouldn't it be Bayan's face lights up? Bayan face lights up like a lantern. Oh, fortune day for Bayan and the House of Cinders. Any assistance you could provide would be most welcome. If you could find this Craddock and pass along the message, I shall see to it you are paid for your troubles. Alright, well, what's the message? Bayan recites the message almost like a mantra. The shipment must be cursed by the third day or there will be a penalty. Bayan frowns. I am told that Craddock will know of the shipment to which the message pertains. Well, if I see Craddock, I'll pass the message along. Is there anything you can tell me about him before I go that might help me find him? He is said to be a giant of a man, stern of features, that he is an overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Alas, I know little else than that, good sir. I see. That's enough to go on for now. Bayan bows. Thank you, sir. Should fortune favor you and you are able to bear the message to Craddock, be so kind to return and tell me of it. I will see to it that your efforts are rewarded.
Updated my journal.
Very well.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual. Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Okay, we're being watched by somebody, apparently. By who? This cowled figure is haunted by the mortuary gate. Oh, okay, here's the gate. His face is obscured by shadows of his hood. What little you can see is his chin, which is covered with stubble and what appears to be a foul green-purple rash. The rash seems heaviest around his neck, fading as it crawls up to his chin. Oh, greetings. The figure doesn't budge. There's a moment of silence, and then he responds in a high-pitched voice that sounds more suited to a girl of 10 years than a man. Hi? Who are you? Pox. Pox, I am. Hi. What are you doing? Wait for debtors, I do. Hi. No, debtors, corpses, why? Find a debtor, take him to the gate, get some chink, and again I wait. Hi. Okay. Well, we know all of this, but we'll go through the motions here. Through the gate, why? A debtor's to a dustman what coppers to a collector. Bring them the dead, they give you copper at the gate, they do. Hi. Well, why do dustmen pay for the dead? Streets clean, debtors put in their place, streets don't stink, debtors are lost, kept inside gate, all happy. Okay. Well, we already know what they do with the dead people. Yeah, we don't need to know all that. And other questions? How did you get a name like Pox? Mother and father named me, wished a pox on the firstborn. A curse given came true. It did. Aye. Again, your eyes are drawn back to the purplish green rash covering Pox's chin and neck. I've lost a journal. You wouldn't happen to have seen one around, would you? No journal I've seen. Things get lost in time, never found again. Okay, that's all I want to know. Thank you. Here's another one of those Davis. More thugs. So we're gonna get attacked again? Alright, well this seems like a pretty good place to end it. We'll go ahead and we'll pick it up in the next one. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, explain how to pronounce some of these hard to pronounce names, let me know in the comments section. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.